Hi y'all, it's Kiwi and I'm a loser on the internet. I don't think I've ever properly introduced myself to this channel. So I'm Kiwi, I'm a Libra, and I like long walks on the beach and sunsets. Okay, look, before I say anything else, I want to give a big shout out to 1-800-HALF-ASLEEP on Instagram, because they, listen, I'm gonna put it up on screen. They drew fan art of my Persephone redesign. Their art it's so good. I love the art style. It just looks so good. Look at it. Okay, go follow them, because that shit slaps, okay? I am going to eat your art. It's my dinner tonight, okay? Anyway, thank you so much. 1-800-HALF-ASLEEP. Thank you. Anyway, so surprisingly, I didn't wait 5 months until, okay, I don't want to jinx it because I've been going through some shit, but as of recording the video right now, it has been 3 weeks. Okay, so hopefully I don't wait 5 months to upload a new video. But listen, I did not expect to get that much attention from my last video, but I am ever so grateful. Thank you everyone who watched the video. Thank you everyone who subscribed to my channel. Welcome my new subscribers. Hello, welcome. Take a seat, pull up a chair. You are a part of this now, whether you like it or not. Listen guys, I am almost at 1,000 subscribers. Right now I'm at 986. Okay, listen. My goal is to reach, so I think I could do it, guys. I think I can reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year. So if you want to help me reach my goal, but then subscribe to the channel, please and thank you. You get a cookie, okay? I don't know, listen, I won't get, the universe will give you a cookie if you subscribe to my channel. Hi, Editing Kiwi here. I just checked the subscriber count. We are currently at 1K subscribers. I'm so happy. Thank you for all my subscribers and everybody who's supporting me. To celebrate 1,000 subscribers, I am gonna do a Q&A. So if you want to ask me questions about art or Lore Olympus or literally anything else that isn't too invasive, then I will have a community post where you can leave your question. I'm only gonna take questions from there, so don't leave them under the video or anything. But yeah, so if you want to ask a question, then ask it there. Okay, bye. Okay, I read all the comments on my last video. And I appreciate everyone who commented on my last video and shared their opinions, even the ones that weren't so nice, but I still appreciate the support from everyone. I want to address one thing in that video that I don't really like, is that I implied that the reason that Lore Olympus, a couple of comments pointed this out, and I'm sorry, I implied that the reason Lore Olympus has gone downhill was because it was all Rachel's fault. That is not what I meant. Anyway, I got a couple of comments telling me that the reason that Lore Olympus probably suffers so much is because Webtoon really hounds its creators to upload on a consistent schedule, and they probably told her to change some stuff about it. I never read Lore Olympus when it was indie or anything like that, and I don't know when she partnered or when Rachel Smythe partnered with Webtoon, but my thinking was how you would review a book, you know, with the author, since Rachel is the creator and the author. I was my mind was oh, she's the author, so the project is probably just you know, she writes everything. But even when with books, you know, and publishing, the publisher is gonna want you to like change some stuff, or to like go for a like different feel, or like pander to like a specific audience or whatever. I wasn't really thinking about that, so, you know, my bad. I do acknowledge that Webtoon is a fucking corporation, and they probably don't give a shit about creatives and creativity or whatever. They just want to make money. So, you know, my bad. You know, I should have thought about that with my critical thinking skills, you know. So thanks to all the people that commented about that. You made me think. Another thing I wanted to address is that I mentioned in that video that my opinion on Lore Olympus flip-flops, and it does. It still does, constantly, all the time, every day. So at the time the video was made, I was not a big fan of Lore Olympus, and I thought it would be like fun to rant about it and point out the stuff that I didn't like. Anyway, but like I put a disclaimer at the beginning of the video that, listen guys, it's not that serious. I try to like up, you know, my attitude or my opinions, I guess, or performance or whatever for entertainment. It's a webtoon. I don't take it that seriously, okay? And all of that stuff was my opinion, you know? Everyone is free to have your opinions. If you love Lore Olympus and you don't think there's anything wrong with it, hey, I'm like that with a lot of the stuff that I'm into too. Anyway, I felt I needed to put that disclaimer because, you know, sometimes, you know, people don't understand that when you're doing YouTube, you have to be entertaining. So, you know, but that, yeah, I just wanted to address, I don't take it that seriously. I up my personality. Anyway, I just wanted to be entertaining. Maybe I came across as like aggressive or something, but it's for fun, guys. We're having fun. Anyway, in that video, I mentioned that I hate Lore Olympus and Lore Olympus sucks and it's terrible and the writing is god-awful and it's garbage, you know? And look, I am a Lore Olympus disenjoyer. I don't like it, but here's the thing. When it comes to non-problematic media, and I think when you dedicate your time to a comic, even if you don't, you gotta like it just a little bit, you know? I made 3 videos on Lore Olympus so far, and I will make more, but I like it, you know? You gotta, listen, 3 that's fan behavior, okay? I'll say it, I'm a fan of Lore Olympus, I just don't like it. That doesn't make any sense, but it does at the same time, you know? I don't like Lore Olympus, but I am a fan, because making any video on it, like redesigns, that's fan behavior, okay? I am a fan. Anyway, I thought it would be fun to do a like opposite video on praising things about Lore Olympus. I will admit that it is this list is I got a pretty good list. I reread, I know I said that I would reread, okay, listen, that was in the past, this is now. I went back and I reread some chapters. I do not have the time to read all of it. But, I did go back and read, I want to say 6 chapters, I don't know. I went back and reread some chapters of Lore Olympus, to come up with this list. And I will say that this applies to early Lore Olympus rather than new Lore Olympus. Well, obviously, because I don't like the direction that the new chapters. Didn't Lore Olympus like a new chapter came out recently? I don't know, I got a notification about it. As much as I will dog on Lore Olympus in the future, and as much as I will complain about it, I do like it. Listen, when I was rereading the chapters, I was like, I wasn't having a hard time. I was enjoying myself, you know? I wasn't constantly wanting to ram my head into the wall. So, you know, there's things I like about it. The cons just outweigh the pros in my overall opinion about it. And hey, listen, at the end of the day, I can talk as much shit as I want about Lore Olympus, but Rachel Smythe, she's doing pretty good. She's making her money, and there's merch of Lore Olympus and friggin' like Hot Topic and Walmart. There's published books about, listen, I'm just some random person. She's doing her thing, she's making her money, and she has made a whole comic. Anyway, I just thought it'd be fun to balance it out and talk about the things that I actually like in the comic, and then you guys can comment about what you like in the comment, or like what you don't like. I don't know, share your opinions, okay? So like I said, I reread some of Lore Olympus, and look, I know I said in my last video, I don't care, okay? That was then, this is now. I reread some of it. I didn't read all of it. These were just the things that I could think of, like, at the top of my head, and with, like, thinking a little bit. So, you know, let's get into it. Okay, so some of the stuff I'm gonna mention I've already talked about, but like, you know, it's fine. Watch my other videos then, you know. So the art style is like, look, it's no secret that the art style is like super cute and unique, and it's really good. The colors especially, listen, I talked about the colors in the last video, but it's because like they were really good. Like, I don't know like how it was done, but it's like so bright, and sometimes they just like the characters can like glow, and it just looks really nice. I can tell I could tell that Rachel knows what she's doing when it comes to color, especially like I'll show some panels of when the color just like, oh gosh, it pops. Oh, it looks so good. Maybe she used like some ad layers, or yeah, it looks so nice, and it can look so soft and ethereal, which is what you want it to look like when you're like doing a comic about Greek gods. So, you know, it did what it was supposed to do. I especially like when Persephone is in the underworld for that like first couple of chapters, because the way the blue just like shines on her face, it just contrasts so well, because you got this like bright pink character with like blue shining on her. The underworld in general looks so bad. The white and the whole like city, you know, it looks so good. It can be like really hard to develop an art style that like is unique, even though uniqueness doesn't exist, but like whatever, or that like stands out, or just like an art style in general, you know. So Lore Olympus ate that shit up, you know. When you see this art style, you're like, oh, that's Lore Olympus. Super recognizable, super appealing to the eye, and it just looks so good, you know. It's kind of sad to see where Lore Olympus is now compared to how it began, but she still slayed that shit, you know. I am gonna be so for real when I know I made a joke in my last video about how when I see the physical copies in like my local Walmart, I want to physically convulse, but I am not. Listen, I'm not gonna lie, I have been tempted on multiple occasions to buy the physical copies just because of how like good the art is. Like, Lore Olympus has inspired me in terms of like posing, because I really like, listen, I know this might sound like a insult, but it's not. I really like how the poses are stiff. Look, some people might be like, oh, stiff poses are really bad, whatever. I think it works for the art style in Lore Olympus. I just like how, like, I don't know how to explain it, but I really like how stiff the poses are. It kind of looks like a paper doll, kind of. No, I don't know how to explain it. It just looks very unique, you know. It works for the art style, and if it works for the art style, then like who cares about, you know, proper artistic technicalities or whatever, you know. I just like how straight and like pointy like some of the poses look. I think listen, if it works, it works, okay? Art is subjective, okay? You can do whatever you want with it. It looks really good. And look, I know people dog on like the backs of like the girl characters, but hey, listen, I like it, okay? It's very stylized. The point of art is like to stretch like proportions and to like do whatever you want with it. I like it, okay? It looks stylized. Some people, like, I think I saw like a meme or some shit on Instagram of people like making fun of like the arches in the ladies' backs, but like I don't care. I like it. I think it looks cool. It adds to the style. As much as I love the colors in Lore Olympus, I also really liked the black and white panels. Now, okay, look, I read manga sometimes, but usually I'm not very much of a grayscale kind of girly when it comes to like, you know, reading comics. I like it when comics put colors, but I really liked it when Lore Olympus would show black and white panels. It added to like the style, you know, just like it wouldn't overdo it or anything. It would be like a couple of like black and white panels here and there. I also especially like how the panels are like shaded. It looks so soft, you know. Sometimes they would show up for like backstory or just like for jokes or something. I think it's really good. They showed up like every now and again, and I'm kind of sad that they don't like do it anymore. It added a little bit of charm, and I guess some might say like a little break from the bright colors. I will show some up right now. I actually especially like this one. God, listen, I like what I like. Leave me alone. I said, listen, bring it back, okay? Bring back the black and white panels in Lore Olympus, okay? Just like maybe 1 or 2 every couple of chapters. You know, it looks so good, okay? I also really like the whole concept of Olympus and the underworld and, you know, god areas being modern day, while the mortal realm is ancient Greece. That's so cool. Because then it adds like a dynamic of Persephone being a fish out of water. She's from ancient Greece. That's like so like creative, because then she has to get used to like modern technology and like modern establishments and like modern customs and shit like that. That's cool. That's a good like character moment or character motif. I also liked how like warm the colors were for the mortal realm. Kind of looks like a pot, like, you know how like there's like paintings and stuff on like ancient like Greek pots and stuff. That's super cool. It's like the underworld is super like cold with cool colors. The mortal realm has warm colors, and then Olympus is just bright colors. That's cool, okay? That shit fucks. The whole like just idea of like the mortal world being ancient Greece, because then like you also have Psyche, who has to like get used to we don't really see it, But she also like has to, you know what would have been cool is if like Persephone and Psyche like bonded on over how like weird the Olympus is, because they're used to like ancient Greek shit, so they're even like, dude, what is a fawn? Why there's like all this technology? That would have been cool. I wish we would have gotten that. Even though, like, maybe, like, one interaction, because I don't know, they don't, like, run in the same circle or anything, but that would have been cool. And, like, Persephone, like, has a fascination with humans, or at least just, like, how they, like, grow crops and shit. So maybe she could have, like, had, like, a cool relationship with Psyche or something like that. Listen, I don't care what anybody says. I liked Persephone's whole girl boss arc. Okay, wait, the idea of it, okay? I like the idea of her, like, girl boss arc, you know? So, okay, I'm just gonna say on my list here, I wrote Persephone's earlier personality, Persephone's eye thing, and Persephone's girl boss arc. They're all like 2 different or like 3 different points, but I'm just gonna mash them all together for simplicity's sake. So we're just gonna go in order. Persephone's eye thing is cool. Okay, I like that her eyes go. Now, does she look high sometimes? Yes, a little bit, but it still looks cool. I also liked how earlier in the comic, like, she would grow flowers out of her hair. I don't even think she does that anymore, but she used to. Like, when she was expressing emotions, like when she was angry, the vine thing would like wrap around her head. That was really cool. Or when she was like having like a crush on somebody, I think she would like get like blue flowers in her hair. That was cool. That was cute. I liked it. I also really like how her eye thing, like when she gets mad, her eyes get red. Some people say it's cringe. I don't agree. Okay, I like it. I think it's cool. I think it adds character, especially with the whole flower things. And Persephone's earlier personality. I love me a sweet character. I love me a character that is just it's nice. Even that's listen, like Cinderella-esque. You know how in the live action Cinderella movie she was just like super nice because her mom told her to be. Persephone was kind of like that, and I really liked it. And I also liked how I like sweet characters that also get mean sometimes, or have the ability to stand up for themselves, you know? And Persephone had like that arc. I'm just gonna call that her like a girl boss arc, where she learns to stand up for herself, because you can be nice and sweet, which is what she is. But you also have to stand up for yourself. And I liked that arc of her learning to stand up for herself and her having that, like, personality of she's sweet and nice, but you don't want to cross her because she'll fuck you up. You know, I think that's cool. Which I guess also leads me into my next point. I think that the whole idea of an act of wrath and the trial as an overall plot is very cool and interesting, and is like a good idea for like an overarching like story besides the romance. Listen, personally, I don't like romance that much. I like romance like in stories, but I don't like reading like pure romance because that's just boring to me. But I think that, you know, since if you wanted Lore Olympus to like last longer than the romance or whatever, then the idea of the act of wrath is really cool. Plus, it subverts your expectations, because since Persephone is such like a sweet and nice and loving character, you wouldn't expect her to like commit an act of wrath. That's cool. That's a nice subversion of expectations. That's cool. Plus, it serves as like a good overall. I don't like the execution very much. I think maybe instead of it being a misunderstanding, like how it is in the comic, or like, you know, then it should have been like on purpose. Like Persephone killed people on purpose for a reason. Maybe it could have been because of the nymphs or for something else. Maybe she's just like has anger issues. I don't know. In the like, listen, this isn't supposed to be a criticism video, but I feel like when you're talking about the Act of Wrath or the trial arc, the execution wasn't very good compared to the actual like idea of it, you know? So with the, this is supposed to be a criticism video, I don't care, you know what, I'm gonna get into it. With the Act of Wrath in the actual like comic, not with like headcanons or anything like that, it's kind of weak. I thought that the actual like Act of Wrath, like the one that Helios told, was cooler than what we actually got. Maybe that was the point, because like in Persephone's point of view, or like in reality what actually happened was that she killed people on accident, which it doesn't fucking, you still killed people, bitch. Like, I don't know. It doesn't matter if it was an accident or not, you still killed civilians. But you know, whatever. Maybe it should be like established that gods don't really care about humanity. Maybe like some gods do, like Persephone or in Demeter, but like most of the gods are like, they give us offerings and then those, and sacrifices, and then that gives us our powers. That's all we need people for, you know? They think about humans or mortals very strategically, while Persephone thinks about them very emotionally and empathetically, because she's an emotional, empathetic person. You know, something like that. That would have been cool. But instead it's like killed a bunch of people and then like and that's it. Like, she doesn't really think about it that much. Which, you know, you think she'd have a lot of trauma over that because it's a traumatic event. Okay, listen. I'm not saying that, like, I know you want foreshadowing, you want it to be a mystery, like the events of the Act of Wrath, because I think, overall, the comic does a pretty good job of, like, keeping that a mystery until it actually, like, executes it, but, like, you know, that's something different. But yeah, I think the whole Act of Wrath is a really interesting plot point and serves as a good, like, I don't know if it's a B plot, I don't know if it's a B plot, but something else to focus on besides the romance if you want to do something besides a cute office romance, which is what it started off as. Yeah, so then moving into the trial arc, I think the trial is cool. I think maybe Athena should have been in charge of the trial, since I think she created like the court system or something like that. I'll put like an article or something there, because I think like she basically created like the judicial system. So maybe she should have been like the judge or something, but I get it why this was it, because he's the king of the gods and all that. I think the whole like trial, I don't remember what season the trial arc happens in, but I think like the trial is a good way to end a season, you know, or, you know, I don't know, does it end in season 2? Listen, it's been like forever since I've read that part of Lore Olympus, but I don't know if the trial, like the verdict, is in season 2 or season 1. I think it's in season 2. But you know, the first season could have been like how it is in like the comic, where it's just like the romance and then it's like, oh, mystery, you know, like, oh, Persephone coming in an act of wrath. Why would she come in an act of wrath? She's so nice. Maybe she has ulterior motives. Perhaps she's not as nice as she presents herself to be. And then you end on like finding out what happened, like the actual act of wrath is, and then you end season 2 with, you know what, I feel like you can end season 1 with the trial verdict, and then I don't know what season 2 would be, because I don't know. I think we're on season 3 right now. Season 3 sucks. We're not talking about season 3 though. Season 1 and season 2. Season 1 is the best season. Clearly, obviously, we all know this. Season 2, I think, is when it starts to deteriorate. But I think it's still pretty good. I would have to reread it to find out for sure. And then season 3 is the worst season. We all know that. Anyway, but I really like the trial arc. I really like the Act of Wrath. That's really cool. That's really intriguing. I feel like that's what the whole comic should have been about. The whole Kronos bullshit should not have existed. First of all, it's overplayed, like having Kronos come back and cause havoc or whatever. Maybe it's because I read Percy Jackson and I really like know that plot already, so like it wasn't very interesting to me. But, you know, I feel like you could have done something else. Oh, you know what season 3 could have been about? It could have been about Demeter and Hades and Persephone's relationship, you know? And it could have been about, like, a whole drama thing. I don't know. I am kind of low-key thinking about doing my rewrite again. I know last video I said I wouldn't. But, I was very unmotivated back then, so... Okay, this one's gonna be really quick because I'm gonna talk about it in my MINTHE redesign video, but I can't do a video praising Lore Olympus without talking about MINTHE, the best character in Lore Olympus. You can quote me on that, you can fight me on that, but I am right. So, I love MINTHE. She is, I think, the best written character in Lore Olympus besides maybe Persephone. Or season 1 Persephone at least, because she is just so complex. Listen, I'll get into it in my MINTHE redesign video, but she was done so dirty by the characters and by the writers and by the narrative. Okay, I will never forgive what they did to MINTHE. So this might ruffle a few feathers because apparently it's a very popular opinion to have in the Lore Olympus criticism side of the fandom. But I think it's funny sometimes. You know, God forbid someone have that opinion. Listen, I think some people are a little too nitpicky when it comes to like the badly drawn panels that are meant to be badly drawn on purpose because it's meant for comedy. If you don't find it funny, that's fine. You know, comedy's subjective. You can find whatever you want funny. But I think people do a little too much when they go out of their way to criticize joke panels. Look, I know last video I criticized the gummy arms, but that was because it was so out of the style that they have established that it was stupid. I think when they do like joke panels that are in the style, then or kind of like cheapified versions of the art style, I think that's fine. I don't find a problem with them like a lot of people do. I might find a couple examples to show you, but all these panels I'm showing on screen I don't have a problem with, but I have heard people criticize these panels. I think they're funny. Sue me. Is it like laugh out loud, bust my gut funny? No. But is it like exhale through my nose funny? But do I think in my mind, oh, that's kind of funny? Yeah. Okay. I think it's funny. I don't care what anyone says. I think that's funny. Some of the jokes in earlier season 1, I've only reread a little bit of early season 1. I think they're funny, okay? I think the puns and some of the character dialogue, I think it's funny. Now, when it comes to season 3 Lore Olympus, could one make an argument that the jokes in that season aren't funny? Perhaps. Am I gonna be that person? I am not one to dictate what is and isn't funny. I'm not a comedian in any way, shape, or form. But do I personally think that season 3 Lore Olympus is funny? I would have to reread it. But anyway, all in all, I think sometimes Lore Olympus is funny, okay? I could probably find more things that I like about Lore Olympus, but those were like the only ones I thought I could actually have a discussion about with that was like more than 2 seconds. I had some other stuff on my list, but this video is getting too long and I don't think I would be able to talk about it for more than 2 seconds, and or I kind of mentioned it in like previous videos. In regards to my last video, I debated heavily on whether posting it before I posted it because some of the stuff in it, I don't feel the same way about it as now. Kind of like how I mentioned at the beginning of this video. That video was just made kind of just for fun. I didn't really have any video ideas at the time. And also, I wanted to like do something more casual than my redesign videos. I just like talked at my iPad and edited the audio. There was really no structure or anything to it except for that part where I read that one episode. I don't remember which one it was, but the one I talked shit about. You know, at the end of the day, it was for fun. I thought about not posting it, but then I was like, well, I spent like hours editing it, might as well fucking post it. And then I did, and then it fucking blew up, which I did not expect to do. But welcome to everybody who subscribed because of that video. I was pretty negative in that video, mostly because I was going through something a little bit, and also because Lore Olympus exhausted me very much. It's such like a different experience reading season 3 and then going back and reading season 1, because I think I'm a little bit halfways of reading season 1, and that shit, dare I say it, is pretty enjoyable. Like I can read that shit. I find myself enjoying myself reading season 1 of Lore Olympus, which I never thought I would do. But you know, maybe because season 1, I think I can say I like it. I like the art style. Is there some things wrong with season 1? Yeah, but like, you know, I think the pros kind of outweigh the cons when it comes to season 1. I actually really liked it, or I really like it. So I kind of have an idea of live streaming myself rereading season 1. Would y'all be down? Would you be down watching me? I might bring some friends because I'm funnier with friends, but would y'all be down of me streaming me rereading season 1? Because season 1's pretty enjoyable, dare I say it. I don't really have a proper outro for this video. Just one last thank you to all my subscribers. Hopefully you like what I have to present in my upcoming videos. I'm gonna be for real, I wasn't really thinking about continuing my YouTube channel because you know, I was a little jaded and I was going through some things, but a lot of that support in my last video really inspired me, and now I'm excited to create more videos and to share my opinions on things and whatnot. So thank you for all the support on that last video, even if you didn't like it and you thought I was stupid and you hated the video. Thanks for sharing your opinion anyway. Yeah, I think that's it. Show the piece that I was working on in the video. Ooh, so nice, so cool. Follow me on Instagram. I haven't posted on there in a hot minute, but I'm trying to get back into the whole social media thing because I've been a lazy piece of shit for a while and I need to get back on the grind. But yeah, follow my Instagram. I'm actually gonna plug my Tumblr, like legitimately for once. I've been tiptoeing it, but here we are. Follow my Tumblr if you want. I deleted all of my Lore Olympus redesigns off of there just because I thought it looked kind of ugly, but I'm gonna repost them there. This piece of art will be on my Tumblr too. I'm thinking of like doing some cool shit on my Tumblr, so follow me there if you want to. Also reminder about my Q&A. If you want to ask a question and you want me to answer it, go to my community tab. There'll be a post there where you can put your question. I think that's it. All right, everyone, have a lovely day.